Sagittarius born November 22nd to December 21st, what can you expect for the month of February 2017? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, Sagittarius, I really feel like your stomach is full. Like you are just, it is either you're about to give birth to some amazing projects or some amazing thing, or that, you're just so full because life is so good. So many great things have happened for you. So many great things are happening for you that this month is just this fullness in life that you haven't experienced in a really, really long time. So it's super good. I love this energy. It feels really powerful and really exciting. So it feels really good. So let's look at relationships for Sagittarius. So those of you who are in a committed romantic relationship and you'd like to see what's in store for you, let's see for the month of February. Well, there may be a little tug and pull back and forth with your partner, and where you may have to get some things finalized and worked out. So for some of you, this may be, an eye-opening month, an informative month. There may be some great information that's revealed to you. So this could happen because there is a full moon that's actually an eclipse. And a full moon is, right, it's the culmination of everything coming in together. So, and eclipses bring truth. It gives you insight on someone close to you. So you may discover something about your partner or receive new information about your partner on around that February 10th. And the reason for that is because that is an eclipse in Leo, a full moon eclipse in Leo. And so it's a lunar eclipse in Leo on February 10th. And that affects all signs, all fire signs. So Sag is a fire sign, Leo is a fire sign, and Aries is a fire sign. And if you have a rising or a moon that's one of those, that would affect you as well. Or the exact opposite, which would be Aquarius, because where the eclipse hits, it also affects the sign directly opposite, which would be Aquarius. So if you have any of those, there's going to be more intensity around that time. And it looks like for you, it could be around in your relationship. Now that can also bleed over not into your personal relationship, romantic relationship, which is where I opened this, but it could be in your relationship with your mother, because this affects your female. So it could have to do with your mother, your sister, your best friend, your coworker, your boss if she's female. So it could also be around a feminine energy or somebody that you're suddenly getting new information about them or gaining insight on them. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It could be that you suddenly discover that they're pregnant, right? And that's a great thing to celebrate. You could just newly discover that they're engaged and they're moving across the country, and that can be a shock, but it's a really exciting time for them. So it can be information like that that's a little startling, but we're happy, right? So it doesn't always have to be a negative. If it is a negative, such as somebody's been diagnosed with something, that's bad or shocking, eclipses also bring in, there's like another side to them. So in other words, whatever the eclipse is, I always like to call it a silver lining. So there's more information that will come later. That's kind of the silver lining. So if there's a bad diagnosis, there's a cure for it, right? And you're able to have the money and the time and the resources to take advantage of it and get well. So if you do receive some bad news, know there's some upside as well. Okay, so now let's go back to relationships and let's look at romantic relationships for Sagittarius if you're interested in having one and creating one, if February is the month to do that in. I think, Sag, for you just have to stay put. If you can stay put in one place long enough and you want to get caught, you'll get caught. So for you, it's about slowing down, smelling the roses, enjoying what you see, and being willing to kind of be seen, right? So for you, Sag, it's about slowing down and being willing to be seen and stay put in one place long enough so you can get something going with somebody. That's the only thing that's stopping this from happening. All right, so let's look at money for Sagittarius. Well, I feel like you have enough money. I feel like there's money around you. Um, some of you may have to pay a bill that you're already aware of. That you're out. That it could be, a lease on an apartment, and there were some damages, and you know about that. Or it could be that, your kid got in a car accident, and you have to pay the deductible. It could be that, So I feel like there's something that and it's happened within the last 30 days, or the next 30 days. Because this again is having to do with the eclipses that's bringing this energy in. So I feel like there's some sort of sudden expense that you have to pay. So that's coming up in the area of money, and so like a car accident, fender bender sort of thing, or moving out of an apartment and getting dinged with what's going on, or your refrigerator quits suddenly and you have to pay for that. But it feels like things that are out of your control, but the bill comes to you. Never fun, but part of life. Okay, so anything else for Sagittarius? Yeah, you want to be careful not to, if you're investing in your business or whatever, you want to be careful about how much you're spending on that thing because of some of these unexpected expenses that are coming up. You just want to make sure that you're planning out, if you're going to launch something or create a new business, that you do it in stages so it doesn't all happen at once. Okay, so anything positive for Sagittarius around money? Just that you're going to need more, okay? But the good news is that you have it, or it's around, it's lying around, right? I'm seeing it in your pockets, I'm seeing it on the floor, I'm seeing it's right there. So you've got the money to handle these things that are coming up. So just pay it and don't worry about it. All right, let's look at your health for Sagittarius. So I want you to pay attention to your heart health this month, Sagittarius. I want you to make sure that you're not overdoing it, you're not stressing out about things. It would always be good to make sure that you have your annual checkup with your heart if you haven't had one. If you're in that age appropriate for that sort of thing. But here's the other thing you want to pay attention to. Sagittarius can also, your sign is a sign that's known for or could be prone to, Aries, Leo, Sag, could be prone to addiction, right? So let's say Coke is your choice of drug, right? That can really be really detrimental to your heart. Your heart is coming up. If you've been doing a lot of Coke, slow down, go get your heart checked, right? So I just want you to be aware that you could be in your 20s and have this issue, so based on your lifestyle. So just be aware that if you're doing some things that are, there's a lot of things that can screw our hearts up. Steroids, right? Prescription drugs. There's a lot of things that can, too much caffeine. It's a drug. So there's a lot of things that can cause our body to be weakened. And your heart is coming up as something that you want to pay attention to. So I'm not seeing any heart attacks here. What I'm seeing is awareness. Take care of yourself. Stop doing what's not good for you and start doing what is. All right, so there's some information for you to heal and to help your heart. The other thing that's available for you is to heal your heart. Now, we have a full moon in Leo on February 10th, and this is a lunar eclipse, and that particular lunar eclipse, it causes us to be more emotional, right? So our heart can hurt. It can cause us to have an awareness of the passage of time, like, wow, I'm this old and this is where I'm at. It causes us to be a little more sentimental. And especially because it's a feminine energy, it can have us be more connected with the female, right? And this is what we talked about a little bit already, about females in our life. So just be aware that your heart is also connecting to that energy of what's going on with the full moon. Now, for Sagittarius, we've got a solar eclipse new moon in Pisces, February 26th. I think we talked about this briefly because you're a water sign. This would affect you. Well, no, you're not. Sorry, I take that back. Sagittarius, you are a fire sign. So you are connected more to that full moon in Leo on February 10th could probably impact you more than the solar eclipse new moon in Pisces, February 26th, which is new, bright beginnings. But it doesn't matter, not necessarily, because if you have a water sign of Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, it could affect you as well, or even the opposite sign of Virgo could affect you. So let's see with this, what's in store for you with that solar eclipse in Pisces on February 26th if you're a Sag. Well, I like this. It can give you an infusion of energy, stamina. So like a drug, but not using drugs. Like a drug can make you invigorated and excited about life and ready to move forward and in a really positive way. So I see this as injecting energy in you and being creative and carrying forward what you want to do. So it's a great time if there's something you want to launch or something you want to move forward. It's a great time to launch a new beginning, something bright and new and beautiful for yourself, Sagittarius. So I really like that a lot. There's a lot of energy around it. So February 26th is a great time to launch you. All right, have a terrific month, Sagittarius, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. If you like my intuitive astrology, please let me know, or please make your comments below. Please share and like with your friends. Have a terrific February, everybody, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.